If you've ever felt like your mind is running 100 different races at once, you're not alone. Scattered thoughts, unfocused energy, and low motivation can really slow you down, especially when you're on the clock. Usually, I'm really motivated to get things done, but I'm just like everyone else and I get distracted. News stories, dumb social media posts designed for shock value, and gosh, I don't know. I distract myself on my own with no other aid. In today's video, we're going to dive into some key productivity tips that I personally use, and we're going to explore how a nootropic product helped me level up my game. Number one, let's talk about productivity and setting yourself up for success. There's a huge amount of information that you can look at for productivity, and if you can get a couple things right, you'll be in better shape. Of course, before I even reached for the nootropics, I realized a few crucial things. First, you need to know what you're going to work on. Clarity is essential. Second, you need to know what you're not going to work on and set boundaries so that you understand when you get distracted. You also need to identify the distraction triggers so that you could avoid them. Again, this could be like social media, email, news, whatever your poison is. Keep those in mind so that you know when you start heading in the wrong direction that you can minimize those distractions. By the way, you're not going to be able to get as much done as you think. I promise. So your estimates are going to be wrong when you sort of time block and think about how many things you want to get done in one day. Don't get discouraged. Just understand you will overestimate what you're going to get done, and you can improve your estimates in the future. And essentially, don't try to do so much stuff in a small amount of time. With the strategies in mind, I decided to try a nootropic to see if it would give me a little bit of an extra edge. So if you know what to do and you know what not to do, now you can use some of these sweet brain chemicals. Now, nootropics, what are these things? They're also known as smart drugs. Generally, they're cognitive enhancers or memory-enhancing substances, and they claim to improve brain performance and cognitive function. Like any sort of supplement, which I'll sort of refer to these as supplements, your mileage may vary. I was able to try out MindLab Pro because an audience member works there. He told me about the product and some of the other things they have, and he was able to send me a sample. I'm an avid nootropic user, probably for the last 5+ years, so I was intrigued. I've tried tons of different products, and mainly because MindLab Pro had so many different compounds compared to others that I've tried, I was like, I want to check it out and see how it goes. On day one, I started by taking just one tablet to ensure there were no negative reactions. I'm not allergic to anything, but safety is always in my mind, especially with new supplements, just to make sure I don't have some reaction. So everything was good. I worked as normal. I felt very focused, but I didn't have anything specific where I was like, I really need to get this stuff done. I just kind of went on my normal day, and it was totally fine. So on day two, I took the normal dosage. The recommended dosage is 2 tablets alongside my regular caffeine fix, which typically is coffee. And this nootropic doesn't have any caffeine, which is good. That way, if you want to have your normal coffee, if you want to have your normal stuff, then that's totally cool. And you could have that. And I had my to-do list and I tackled my inbox. Truth be told, I get very behind on emails. It's one of the things that I realized I can slack off on and no real bad things are going to happen. I stay current on the really high priority emails, but often I just kind of file things away. And I had about 200 emails in my inbox. I cleared it in about an hour. I was very focused. I didn't get distracted. I worked through. A lot of times I just delay making a decision, but I made decisions and it did not take that long. It makes me want to stay more current on my inbox. So you can take 2 tablets up to twice daily, especially because there isn't caffeine. I usually don't take any nootropic after about 2 p.m., by the way, just in case there's any compound that acts as a stimulant for me. Many different nootropic products have various compounds. Some of them react a little bit differently for each person. So just keep that in mind. And I didn't notice any ill effects, no stimulant effects that I could detect at all. MindLab Pro was working well. On days 3 and 4, I stuck with 2 tablets just once per day in the morning before my work. I think it took about 30 to 45 minutes for the dosage to kick in. I was very focused and I knew exactly what to work on. In this case, I was writing scripts for videos, and I recorded one video on day 3 and I recorded one video on day 4. And this is where the nootropic really shines. It has 11 premium grade research-backed nootropic nutrients. They're all 100% plant-based, stimulant-free, and a prebiotic vegan capsule. It's designed for focus, clarity, memory, and mood, and I found it to be highly effective. On day 5, I took 2 tablets, just like I had been the last few days, and I revised a script and I recorded another video. The focus was great. Again, no jitters. It just helped me focus and stay on task. The cool part is later that day, I had 2 interviews and I did very little prep. My guests do fill out an information sheet, so I understand the intro, I understand the topics that they can cover, and I aced those interviews. I wasn't over caffeinated, and usually I can handle a pretty good amount of caffeine. Again, I'm taking this to supplement myself because I do enjoy caffeine and the beverages that help me deliver that caffeine. But typically I'll have 100 to 250 milligrams of caffeine. That's like 1 to 2 coffees or so, but your mileage may vary. A lot of times a soft drink, if you're perhaps a Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi user, I'll call you a user. Basically, I think those have about 35 to 40 milligrams, but check the labels, and this is not medical advice or anything like that. Let's take a quick look at a few of the compounds, which you can look a little bit deeper on the MindLab Pro site. I cannot pronounce most of them, so I won't even try, but you can see the breadth of ingredients and go from there. So let's wrap it up. How did it all come together? MindLab Pro enhanced my focus and productivity without jitters, without any caffeine crashes. So I think maybe that helped the whole caffeine consumption, no crash in the afternoon. Pairing the nootropic with a clear plan of action and eliminating distractions made all the difference. So if you're looking to boost your productivity, start by defining your tasks and setting boundaries. Understand what your distractions are, cut them out. If you find yourself going into these distracted areas that you've already said you don't want to go into, do not spiral out of control. Pull it back in, take a couple deep breaths, and get back to your work. And if you're open to try new tools, you might want to give nootropics a shot. Check out MindLab Pro at the link below. I'm an affiliate, so I'd get a commission, and thanks to MindLab Pro for the sample. Thank you for watching. If you dig these, if you want more productivity tips, or if you have any questions, let me know. So you could like the video, you can leave a comment down below, and we'll catch you on the next one.